Makes you wanna go. Na 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 na. Makes you wanna go. Well, hello everybody. Hello YouTube. Hello Mickey G over here on the other TV platform. You guys can't see her on YouTube, but we're also recording on another platform, and she's engineering it, and I'm engineering this one. And we want to say thank you so much for joining us. Mickey G, speak up and say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. It's good to see you today. Thanks for joining us.
And guess what? We are twins. I'm telling you, we always wear the same colors. I promise y'all we don't talk about it, right? It just happens. So what does that tell you? That tells you that we are the duo, the two-o, the vibe. That's right.
Great minds think alike, right?
Great minds think alike. That's right. All right, everybody. Well, you know, it is the holiday season. I have been down in the dumps. My co-host and I were supposed to record for TV today. We said, what the heck? Let's record for our followers, family, and friends, and for each other. And guess that might help me get into a little better mood too. And she was all for it. But we want to talk about, before we do anything, we want to talk about what Christmas means to us. So I am going to say what it means to me. You all can hear Mickey G. She'll speak up and tell you what it means to her. And generally, we'll talk about what it means to everybody else. So Christmas, at its heart, it's a profound symbol of hope, renewal, and divine love. It marks the celebration of Christ's birth, a moment when the eternal stepped into the temporal, a light piercing the darkness of weary world. Spiritually, Christmas is a reminder of God's unending love for humanity, manifest in the form of a child, vulnerable yet powerful, born not in grandeur, but in humility. But for me, December the 25th is not really his birthday. The season calls us to reflect on themes of grace, forgiveness, and the redemptive power of love. It invites us to rekindle our faith in the possibilities of new beginnings. To see beauty in simplicity and to embrace a spirit of generosity, echoing the gifts of the Magi and the ultimate gifts of Christ himself. That's why we share in giving gifts. Christmas also symbolizes unity and peace, encouraging us to bridge divides between each other, between our family, friends, just whatever, strangers, bridge those divides, and also offer kindness and extend compassion to everybody. Not just on Christmas, but we should really do that on every day. Not just to those we know, but to the strangers and those in need. It's about giving. It's about giving not just to your family and your friends, but giving to anybody and everybody and people that are in need. It is a spiritual beacon, reminding us that even in the coldest winters of the soul, there's a promise of warmth and light. And wouldn't it be a wonderful thing, you guys, if we carry this spirit 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year? That would be just wonderful. That's what Christmas means to me. It's a symbol of God's love. Now, let's see what it means to my co-host. And I need you to speak up, Mickey.
Okay, can you hear me all right?
Yes.
All right. Well, it really means a lot of the things that Goldn Bronze has stated. But personally, I do believe it's a time of reflection over the year, a reset that you don't wait till New Year's Day to do.
Right.
It's also a time of sharing and love. I think of it as family getting together, friends getting together. Most people have the day off from work, so they can kind of get together with their family. I think of it as a fireplace. I think of it as giving. I remember when my children were small, and there was a time that I didn't have much. So what I had to do this for them, I had them draw names, and they drew each other's name, and they had a $5 budget to buy from each other. And then I said, now we're going to do something for someone else. Let's go see a senior citizen or someone who's alone, because it's not about you and your gifts. It's about loving someone else. And so that's what I think. Mostly it's about love and sharing with other people. Thanks.
So, when my kids were little, Mickey G, we used to go visit nursing homes. I always take the old people's socks, I guess, because their feet get cold. And we will also volunteer. It was called Winter in the Park, at this park near where we live, where you just volunteer your time and help out there. And then we used to go to the Salvation Army and the Goodwill and restock their pantry. And even though my kids were fortunate enough to pretty much get what they wanted, I wanted them to see other kids and other people that were less fortunate, so that they would be more appreciative and thankful for being blessed. Because really, though everybody's blessed, but you know what I mean, they were not in that situation. So I think it's important that we even teach our children that it's about giving and caring. It's not about those gifts. Like Mickey G says, she maybe not was always able to do that. I believe she told me she felt a sense of freedom and relief when she released herself from feeling like she had to do that. And so I give not as much as I used to, because that's a valid point that she just made. It's not about getting in debt. And so many people go out and charge, and spend, and then wonder how to pay their rent or their car note or whatever, which is not what Christ would want you to do at all. It's not about that. So we just wanted to say that before we get started with our little program today. What we thought we would do is share some of our favorite quick drinks with you. So I have two. I don't know how many she has, but I'm going to start with one, and then I'm going to let her do one, and then I'll do one, and then she'll let me do one, and then I'll do one, or whatever. You guys, we don't take turns. That's all I'm trying to say. So what I decided to do was make a smoothie, because I always drink smoothies. And my granddaughter is here visiting me, and I made one last night just to taste it. And she goes, I said, we were running an errand, and I said, this is my breakfast and my lunch. And she said, excuse me? I said, this is my breakfast and my lunch. And she's like, well, no wonder you're so thin. And I'm like, excuse me?
Here we go again.
So anyway, it is a banana pineapple smoothie. And I started off with a banana, which I've already peeled. So I'm going to do this quickly. And instead of just breaking it, because if it were just me, since I'm the one drinking it, I would use just my hands to break it up. Okay. So I'm going to put the banana in, and I'm putting it in this really neat blender that one of my friends gave me for my birthday in September. Hold on 1 minute. All right. And then this is the blender. It's really cool. All right. And so then I'm going to add pineapple. So it's like a cup of pineapple with some of the juice in it. And I bought the cubed pineapple. Then I took half a cup of yogurt, and I like Greek yogurt. Vanilla and honey flavor is this. So you can actually use whatever kind of yogurt that you like. Then almonds are good for you. They have a lot of antioxidants in them. And so I put like just a handful or two of almonds in there. Now, you can use your favorite protein powder. You can buy the collagen peptide, or you can buy the whey protein powder, whatever. But I use just the Boost. It is called Cinnabon. Remember I told you about that, Mickey G?
Yeah.
The Cinnabon protein drink. So I'm going to put that in mine. So what I have here is honey, vanilla, cinnamon, banana, pineapple smoothie. I'm going to let that protein drink get to the bottom there. It doesn't take a whole thing. Now, it's going to turn out kind of like a shake, smoothie shake. But this one you put is one of those neat kind that you just turn it on, watch it not work.
Step away and get some of my tools while you blend that.
Okay. I might have to plug it up. Well, it would not work.
You have it plugged up?
Yep. Okay. Anyway, that is it. You blend it up and you drink it, and it's plugged up right now. I'll let it charge for a minute. That would be my luck because I've been checking all morning to make sure it was charged. When I get ready to use it, it doesn't want to work. So while I'm waiting on it to charge up real quickly, Nikki G can go ahead and do hers if she'd like.
Okay, mine are a little bit more simple, maybe not as healthy, but these are things that I found that I like to taste. And by the way, I love pineapple. You did the right thing over there. So my brother turned me on to these ginger.
Oh yeah, he turned me on to them as well. Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
So there's something I like, this apple cider.
Yes.
So you can just get this in the grocery store. This is going to be very simple, but it tastes delicious. So I'm just going to cut this open. I've got some water boiled over there, and I have my coffee mug. So we're going to drop in some apple cider powder.
Mm-hmm.
And the crystals. So this is an apple cider ginger hot drink.
What are the crystals again? Is that the ginger crystals? Okay.
Ginger. And they've got...
so it's apple cider powder, ginger.
That's it.
Okay.
It's ginger crystals and apple cider powder. I'm going to just stir it like this. Now I'm going to add some hot water. I have very, very simple and delicious. It's spicy. So if you like spicy things, ginger is the thing.
I know, I love ginger.
Oh yeah, it's good for you too.
So that's good for like even if you have like I have had a sore throat all week. That probably sounds very soothing.
Well, I'm going to garnish it with, let's see, I had a piece of apple here. Apple, it doesn't want to work, it's live. So we'll just go with the simplest.
Yes.
There's your hot apple cider with ginger.
And you say you usually put a slice of apple in it too?
It's just a garnish.
Oh, okay.
It's delicious. It's spicy. It's hot on a cold day. Very soothing going down. So that's my first one.
All righty. Well, let me see if I can get mine to work real quick.
I'll just sip on mine for a minute. So good. There was something Goldn Bronze was talking about the pressure of Christmas. When I stopped buying my children gifts, after that year, I just stopped buying them gifts. And they got used to it. But then I didn't have the pressure of making sure they got this toy and that toy.
Right.
They were mad because they didn't get something. And they were, my children didn't get worked all up because they didn't get a particular toy. Because they knew what it was going to be about. So I didn't have that pressure to go broke at the holidays, and I would see people all around me charging up and going broke. I thought, let's have a nice dinner, keep it going. And that worked very well for us for a long time.
That's the right way anyway, because when I was married, oh my God, young, in my 20s, we did it all wrong because I spent 20 years getting out of debt after that, right? So my husband would just charge, or he thought it was a big deal to have a wallet full of credit cards. Now, everybody don't do this because you got to pay them back, right? And so we never got out of debt. And by the time next Christmas came, you're using it again. You haven't paid off from last Christmas. So those bills get bigger and life gets harder. And I got out of debt after we went our separate ways and learned to never do that again. So everybody, my drink is called a banana pineapple smoothie. The ingredients again was banana, pineapple, honey, vanilla, Greek yogurt, You can put a sweetener in there if you want to. I didn't, and I don't. But then you add your protein powder or liquid. Now, if you use a protein powder, you need to use either low-fat milk or, water or some liquid to go in there. But that's why I use the liquid protein I use, so that I don't have to add water. And I like my smoothie kind of thick. You can add a couple of tablespoons of crushed ice to it. I don't like mine like a slushy. I like it like a smoothie. So I don't add that to this. There's all different kinds you can do with spinach and kale and, greenery, but this is just a fruit smoothie. My thing is still charging up, so I'll stick it in the refrigerator and eat it after we get off the line. But the next thing that I want to do is, like, when you're sitting around in the evening after you've had a long day of work and you're just chilling and relaxing, you might want a glass of wine. Some people drink whiskey, some people drink rum and coke, whatever. I chose to do a chocolate martini. And what I get is this. I don't know if you can see it. It's Gloria. It is called Rancho Gloria chocolate martini over here. All right. So you can either add your own alcohol to the drink and then the liquid chocolate or whatever. But why do that if you can buy it with the alcohol already in there? So I bought the alcohol already in there. And because I have somewhere to go later, I am only going to make this much. I have a dinner engagement. I started to call it a date. It's not a date. It's an engagement. So I put, I guess you would say that's a half a glass of chocolate martini. If you want to make your own, I believe, I'm not sure what alcohol they use. Do you know what they put in martinis?
It's vodka.
I think so too. Like yep, it is vodka. But I was not going to go buy a whole bottle of vodka because I knew that was going to go in the trash. So I got just the chocolate martini and with the chocolate and the alcohol already in it. And what I do is I simply make it, I'm not a big alcohol drinker, right? So why not make it like it's a dessert, okay? So you can add whipped cream or Cool Whip like I've done. And then I like to get fancy with it. So I went and got some semi-sweet Ghirardelli chocolate. Just plain.
It's not in the camera. You're right there.
Ghirardelli chocolate. And so I'm going to shave some chocolate on the top of it. You can't see me do it, but this is how I'm doing it. I just take like a cheese grater or whatever, and I shave the chocolate chips off into the martini. And that's how it looks. Can you see?
Yeah, I kind of bring, yes. Ooh.
Yeah, with the chocolate martini.
My favorite thing.
Yes. And that's it. I sit and I watch my movie with my favorite person and drink my chocolate martini.
How is it?
It's good.
Well, we didn't plan the red, and we didn't plan this part. We just did a chocolate martini. I also have a chocolate thing. And it's not healthy.
This is not healthy either.
I mean, my first one, my second one, it had the only healthy thing in there, but you don't have to do that all the time.
Right. This is the holidays. Healthy. We get healthy on January the 2nd.
It says you. But having children and having a busy schedule, do a lot of things in a packet. Swiss Miss. I'm doing this. We're going to do hot chocolate. It's going to be naughty hot chocolate.
Ooh. So she's using Swiss Miss hot chocolate. She's making a naughty hot chocolate drink.
Milk chocolate. Everything's in a package.
Ooh, I feel this martini way down here already. I am, what do they call it, a wimp when it comes to.
All the powders. Okay, so this is where the powder stuff stops. So I like to add.
Tell us what it is.
What's it?
Woo, I love that Bailey's.
Irish cream.
That's good with hot coffee
Hot
too.
chocolate. So I'm not going to tell you how much to put in there, but what I like to do is put enough in there, and I make it kind of a paste with my chocolates. But I also add French vanilla
Ooh,
creamer
yes.
in there. So I'm going to put some in here. Ooh, that might have been a lot. And then I just stir it up just like this. And I kind of froth it up, like in a...
Like with a frother, yeah.
Yeah. I probably put way too much creamer in there. And then I add hot water. Probably put too much creamer in, I think. You can see the top. It's a little foamy at the top.
Yeah, I see that.
And I add a jet puff marshmallow.
Yes.
I mean, sugar goes good with sugar, right?
Right.
You got the alcohol, you got the sugar. Are we feeling healthy yet?
Mhm.
And a couple marshmallows. And then I found this sea salt chocolate caramel flavored sauce.
What is that again?
It's
Sea salt.
sea salt chocolate caramel flavored sauce.
Sea salt caramel flavored sauce. It's by, who's it made by? Tony? And she,
Let's see.
Tarani, and she sprinkles that on the top. Mm-hmm. Like you would a butterscotch sundae or something.
Right. So I put it on the top. You probably see it on the marshmallows.
Yes.
I drizzled it, and there's your decadent drink.
That looks good.
Healthy.
And you know what, Mickey G?
Good.
I've had Bailey's Irish cream and coffee. I'm going to take that recipe you just gave me and the audience, and I'm going to try it with some hot coffee. So what she used was, she used Swiss chocolate mix, but I'm going to use coffee. And then she put some creamer in it. What was the creamer again?
Let's see. French vanilla. You can use any kind that you like.
French vanilla or any kind of creamer that you like. And then she put the marshmallow on the top, and she added that caramel or whatever topping.
Sea salt caramel chocolate.
Sea salt caramel chocolate. Oh man, that sounds wonderful. Sprinkle that on the top, or swizzled it on the top like you would a sundae or something, and that's her decadent drink. So she's had a decadent hot drink, and her drinks were hot, and mine were cold. And remember, I said on the introduction, we were going to introduce you to hot and cold festive drinks. So these are four options actually, that you can try over the holidays while you are sitting around with your family and relatives talking about this year and your plans for next year and what you plan to do. Now, I'm going to ask Mickey G if she would like to take a few minutes to give everybody some final comments and well wishes, and then I'll take a few minutes after her.
First of all, as co-host of Goldn Bronze, this has been quite a journey this year, and we have enjoyed the ride. We thank everyone for tuning in and supporting the channel, the show, and it hasn't been without snags, but we keep going. And so that's the theme for next year. This year, I think it was forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we will continue to persevere and have fun, have different topics. I've enjoyed hanging out with Goldn Bronze because, great minds think alike. And so we just wish you the most happy Christmas. And some people are not happy this year. Some people have lost loved ones like Goldn Bronze, and it's not necessarily a joyous time, but when you know that there's someone who's missing someone, please go around and don't leave them by themselves, because there's too many people having a holiday by themselves. And just because we're having a good time, think about someone else who might not be having such a good time this year. So from my family to your family, God bless you. Have a safe holiday and a wonderful new year. And we'll see you come back around.
That's right. And I would like to say that forward was our word, one of our words for this year. And forward is going to be our word for next year. We are going to carry this year forward. And one of the other words that we had was blessing. And we are going to carry our blessings forward and continue to grow and prosper. I want to say I appreciate Mickey G taking this ride with me. That was very brave of her and very kind, because we're like the blind leading the blind, but we're getting there, and we're trusting in other people to keep their end of what has been promised to us, basically. Let's put it that way. We are going to do our due diligence and everything in our power to do what we have agreed to do. We want to bless so many ladies and so many families, and this is our platform that we are using to try to be able to help other victims of domestic violence, other women with health issues, other women with maternity care issues, other women with self-care issues. Like, this is a season that I need the self-care. So I am walking in the same shoes this season. It's hard for me every year, but I'm still here, standing firm, going to do everything with Mickey G and I that we can do, and the rest of the Goldn Swan cadre, to help other women that need what we need. We need encouragement. We need self-care. We need support. We need emotional care. We need people to support us in our efforts to try to support other women. And so we are going to go forward with everything that we did this year and try to do it even bigger next year. We understand that not all religions celebrate Christmas. I know Judaism doesn't, Jehovah's Witnesses do not, Islam do not, and some Baptists do not. They believe that Jesus was not born or near December the 25th, which I believe that too, but I celebrate it. And some believe it's a recycled pagan holiday, which I believe that too, but I celebrate it. But some don't believe that he is the Messiah, and I do believe that he is the Messiah. There are so many religions that do celebrate it and some don't, and we have followers of all those denominations. So what we want to do is just thank you all for joining us today and on our journey. Our journey is not just about us. Our journey, believe it or not, is because we want to help other women. We want to help other women, as I mentioned, that are survivors of domestic violence, that are women with healthcare issues, that are women with mental health issues, that are women just need a hug and a prayer and encouragement, motivation. That's what we are. Women empowering women, women helping women. And believe it or not, we have some fantastic men standing behind us or beside us, however you want to put it, pushing us forward, encouraging us. Some of them will join us on our TV show and our YouTube platform in 2025. I'm not going to tell you who they are. I want you to tune in to Gab with Goldn Bronze, because 2025 is going to be different than 2024, but it's going to be greater than 2024. And we want you to support us. $1. Hey, we asked for $1. That's it. How many of you have donated $1 to Goldn Swan Cadre? $1 adds up to hundreds. Now, I have 6,000 followers. If each one of y'all gave me $1, do you know how many women we could help? Mickey G has thousands of followers. If each one of y'all gave her $1, do you realize how many people we could help? So just think about that. We're not doing this for us. We're doing this for other women. We want to thank you for joining us in our efforts to try to help people. You have a joyful holiday season, no matter what your belief is, filled with love, filled with peace and happiness. And you know what? I always say, have a soul for whatever day it is. Fill it with soul, okay? However you choose to celebrate or not, take care and enjoy the rest of this year, and may God bless you with a better 2025. I thank you for listening to us today. Peace, and I hope to see you next year. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.